Irregular Thoughts. Potential rants. Not ripping the buttons. Not conventional. Super speed. Wind. I'll just rip the button. We'll be right back. Alright, so let's get down to it, right? Superman comes out July 11th. This movie has been talked about, I feel, forever. Just the amount of noise. Now, the noise has been good. It has been bad. And then in between, and then people are like, what? Oh, they're making a Superman movie? So, depending upon where you are in the entertainment realm, whatever you like to watch, genre, this, that, the other, everybody does know Superman. So, the last Superman movie we know that we had was Man of Steel. And then we had the, Superman and Lois show. Both. I like both. And now we have Superman being done by James Gunn. And then you had Zack Snyder have his universe. We know that whole story. I'm not diving into that. I don't care about the fan base of that or whatever noise and chatter that may come out. Who cares? It's just noise. So if you give into it, then that's more on you. If you make a video about it, that's more on you than it is on the knuckleheads that go out there and type or say things that make you go, a lot of things can make you go, these days. Well, pretty much throughout time. I always like how people are like, and that there were no words there, by the way. So, here we are. We're not far off from the movie. I am recording this damn video on May 3rd, okay? So when this video does come out, it will be in the future. There might be more stuff that comes out. Oh my god, the amount of stuff that comes out on a freaking daily basis is kind of crazy. The set photos. So I'm not pulling anything up on the internet. You guys see it all. It's just a matter of me wanting to talk about this whole grandiose thing that's going on. If you're a fan of Superman, right? Now, this isn't Irregular Thoughts, but like I said, could be a rant too at the same time. You should just be excited for the movie to come out, right? No matter who's directing it, it looks like Superman. Oh, it's the one thing I can't stand is when people say that's not my Superman. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You didn't make the character. It's a fictional character. So you did not create it. So if it's not the one that you enjoy, oh, okay, I get it. But it's not mine. Oh, shut up. Please. Good Lord. Grown adults, okay? And I won't attack any channels because, hey, if you want to create content, no matter what side of the spectrum you're on, fantastic. You enjoy that. But when I see grown adults getting mad about a costume if it's not too tight or if it doesn't... little cough right there. And it doesn't have the fake muscles on the outside or a cape flap that... Yeah, like, what the hell is wrong with you? I do have to ask you that. Why? And why take to the internet to talk about that? I haven't really talked about this movie as much as you would think. I'm a big Superman fan. I am. So when anything does come out, I'm like, all right, let's go see what they got. Let's see what's cooking. Let's see if I enjoy it. But when I can tell, the one thing I can tell with this movie, you'll see, like I said, pictures will be popping up here and there, is the purposeful, I guess you could say, hate that comes out for it. And I'm like, really? Okay, what is it that you don't like? It's made for kids. What? It's a comic book character. Tights. He's from another planet and has superpowers and fights aliens and monsters and all these different types of things. Gods. Amongst men. All this stuff. I mean, really? It's made for kids? No shit. Oh, crypto's in it. Crypto's in the comics, so that's why I was laughing at people with the crypto stuff. What are you talking about? That's from the comics. You're getting a Superman movie that's going to be a DCAU style universe. Something that you've been waiting for. Something that you've been wanting, right? I've been wanting it. So, what is to be upset about? Nothing. It's just noise. It's kind of like my point. It's just noise. It's being picked on by certain genres because, you know, certain areas of the internet, I guess you can say, and, you know, there's a reason for that. You guys got to always remember, people's creations of their channels, this, that, the other, whatever content they blew up with, they must stick to that narrative, especially if it's a comic book political channel that's pretty big. Y'all know who you are, and I don't think you ever have anything good to say about shit. And you're all grown adults also. I don't mind when I hear the younglings and all that kind of crap complaining on the internet, but when I see grown adults, oy vey, we Houston, we have a problem. And you're like, wait, how is this? This is all tied into the damn Superman movie. Isn't that crazy? The amount of noise? That's what I mean. Because when I saw the first trailer, well, we haven't even got the first trailer yet. Has anybody thought about that? We've gotten like a teaser, and then a little more of extension of the teaser, then a 5-minute snippet, then a behind the scenes, which was really cool and good, and then you saw more of it. I mean, everything looks good. I like the color palette. I like the robots. I'm surprised that there are factions that don't like the robots. Are you kidding me? Isn't that straight from the freaking comics? Yeah. The one thing I did say, if you haven't seen Superman vs. the Elite, that's gonna pop up here or there. That movie, if you want, like, what Superman stands for, wow. Go rewatch that. That'll really set you up for what James Gunn's gonna give you. He's giving you what Christopher Reeves gave you, which is hope. Now, people will argue that, you know, Zack Snyder's Superman, he was hopeful, he had this. Look, you can go back on my YouTube channel and see the freaking, go into the Fields of Love and see all the love that I gave that universe. It just never came to fruition. So, but that was so long ago. 2013 was Man of Steel. Now, during, what was it? It was during the pandemic time. When he got to finish his Zack Snyder's Justice League, due to circumstances, you know, it was like, ooh, there's a little money grab, and it happened. And yo, that was great, but nothing was ever gonna really come from that. But wow, that still continues to this day, and it makes no sense. So you would figure, if you're an actual fan, and now you could say this in sports too, you would call that a fair weather fan, you know, you only like what's popular at the time or what is trending, which is pretty much what society does these days. Yeah, I don't know if you're really, you're not like a Superman fan. I don't know if you are, because you're probably going to get a movie that you've been wanting and wanting to see live action wise. The one thing I will say about these movies is sometimes the live action and the animated, I always like to go to the animated because you could tell the stories better, as opposed to live action where you have to change things up and really adapt because you have a general audience to get to. So with James Gunn, if he's going to give you that hopeful Superman, the whole look up thing that they're doing, all, you know, so like you'll start seeing some of the artwork that they have for it, the posters, the promotion. It looks good. The guy looks good in a suit. It's a uniform, you know what I mean? Like, it's skin tight. The guy looks jacked in it. I just didn't understand why everybody hated it. Yes, can you critique it? Hell yeah, you can critique that suit with the lines and all that. Personally, me, I don't need the collar. Okay, look, you want me to be... So that's why I always try to say, so I'm excited for the movie, okay? I'm excited for what James Gunn's gonna do. with the DCU. I really am excited to see what happens. But everything does hinge on this movie alone. Everything hinges on this movie. Like, everybody keeps talking about the Batman 2. Well, the Batman 2 hinges on this movie also. So if Superman does well, then the DCU Batman is going to get the push, not the Elseworlds Pattinson snooze fest Batman. Sorry, not sorry. I don't know, why that's... But, you gotta make your content, you gotta create the drama here and there, so I get that, I don't hate on that. I don't pay attention. I see it, so I'll never say that I don't pay attention. I pay attention, I just don't feed it. You starve the flame, people. Starve the flame. Try doing that once in a while. Starve the flame. Stop engaging in shit that you don't need to. If you're excited for this, then be excited. I'm excited. I'm just waiting for something good to report on, I guess you could say, or talk about. Like, I just want another trailer. Once the trailer comes out, I am trying to fix this. There we go. Once the trailer does come out, then I'll have a reaction. I'll talk about it. I do enjoy some of the breakdowns. I don't want to know too much about the movie. So before I get into that, right? How about set photos? How does everybody feel about set photos? Remember, I want you to drop all your comments in here and let me know what your thoughts are on this movie, okay? Let me know. These are just my opinions and what I think. It doesn't really matter what I think, but I'm gonna put it out there. So, set photos kind of ruin it, I feel. Now, the way that our world works when it comes to this industry and what people do and how it's kind of like it is promoting for the movie, whether it be bad PR, good PR, well, bad vibes, good vibes, I'll say, not PR because PR is PR. I don't care for it. I don't want it. I think set photos make it too much. It looks like people will be like, oh, it looks like cosplay. Well, yes, it is cosplay. But it's not under the movie lights, the editing, this and that. That's how you want to see it. I don't want to see set photos. I know it leads to, like, what ifs and people get excited talking about that, but don't you feel that set photos and all that lead to expectations for something that aren't going to be met because you're creating an entire narrative in your head, and it's cool. I'm sure if you want to talk amongst peers, now you used to do that, but you didn't do that on the internet back in the day with what was coming out. And now you're going to spew that, and then everybody's going to start their echo chambers of hell, and then so on it goes. Now, not every echo chamber is bad. No, it's not. But most kind of suck. They do. So for me, less is more. Okay. I love me a trailer. I love me a couple trailers. Okay, I love me some behind the scenes like they did. I thought that behind the scenes little snippet was cool. Gave you more excitement. It gave people more Easter eggs to break down. Like I said, so I don't hate on that. It's all in the way that you do things. It's all in the way that your style is. Because anybody can do this crap, okay? It's really not hard. If you can talk like I can and be in front of the camera and yammer into 20 million different avenues like I do, yeah, you can be entertaining. And talk about this. So, I leave it to other channels. That's why I do follow a lot of people. Because I wasn't the guy that sat and read all the comics. I love all the art, I love all the characters, this, that, the other. I look stuff up. But did I ever sit down and really read comics? No. Did I watch a shit ton of cartoons and movies? Oh, you know it. So I think that's why I'm pretty damn excited for what James Gunn's got coming, because I feel that this is like Justice League, Superman the Animated Series, Batman the Animated Series kind of vibe. And we're getting it live action, and this Superman movie's got, and I like how also a lot of people, so like I said, Irregular Thoughts, it's gonna be long. Regular Thoughts / rant. I know I was talking about the DCAU and how that's what we're going to get, and how exciting it kind of is to see that coming to fruition. Maybe I was, okay, I think that was it. I think a lot of people were worried about how packed the movie was going to be, right? This is kind of where I was going. I know that James Gunn, because I just know, he knows how to tell a story. He does. Hey, the man's giving you some good stuff. I'm not saying everything he does is great. It's not. But his storytelling is good. So, building a big universe, having all these characters within this movie, closing out the movies. No, like the one thing I couldn't stand was all this freaking end credit bullshit, telling this and that. Nah, get that out of my life. Close out your movie. Build your universe within your movie. You can have characters show up. Oh, this movie is too packed. Dude, all the superheroes and villains are within the universe already. So it's established. So yeah, you have to introduce these characters. And, that's why I love all the Easter egg stuff. So that's why I say Easter egg channels that know a lot of stuff can be really good and informative. If you can't block out the noise, if the noise bothers you, you see that they know better where the movie's gonna be going than the all the time. So, all the negative blah. I don't want to sit there and curse too much because I can't. So where I'm going with this is that it's not going to be congested to the point where you're not going to know what the hell's going on. You're building the world. You're building Superman's world at the same time as the character is developing. He's already been Superman, but it's Superman being challenged in a new way. So, a new way for his established character. I don't know what people aren't excited for. That's why I'm just like, really? You're not excited for this? You're really gonna stand on that ground of oh, I don't like the way this is. Y'all know you're gonna go see the damn movie. You know you're going to see this, whether you don't want to or not. And the other thing I can't freaking stand is the movie math. Please, miss me with that. Miss me with. Why general audience, comic book nerd people, all that shit, why you're worried about how much money a movie's gonna make? It's like a wet fart. What are you talking about? Why do you care? The movie's being made. It's gonna gross a lot of dollars. It's Superman. It's being developed the way it needs to be developed. Okay? If you want dark, sorry, something popped up on the screen. If you want dark emo Superman, you got that already. And then you even got a decent Superman show, Superman and Lois. And that was pretty dark too, with him having a family, and they did their own adaptation. Then you got Zack Snyder's adaptation, and now we're about to get another adaptation with James Gunn, and people don't want to embrace that? Really? Why? Because this, because that. Oh, because you listen to things that are said, they're told to you. We know what that is. I know when people read headlines and just regurgitate. This is kind of like rant style too. Irregular Nation, honestly, I think that's enough yammering for me. So, if you actually stuck through this freaking video, damn, thumbs up. All right, don't forget to share it. Drop a like. All right, drop those comments. Let me know some of your thoughts. There's gonna be more videos leading up as we get closer. But, I wasn't gonna keep doing all this stuff. I'm not gonna report on every potential villain, who's this, who's that. That's not what I do. So, I watch that stuff myself too, okay? And I enjoy it. Not all of it, but some of it. Okay. So, don't forget to come take a ride on the irregular side all the time. Because why wouldn't you want to? Many reasons. Cheers out there.